Hey! Okay then, I've passed the landmark 7,500 subscribers. So it's about time I do a shoutouts and recommendations video. Hence the casual hat. This isn't a business hat. This ain't no fucking black tie, dude. I think most of you already know most of the channels I'm about to talk about. But for the sake of the newcomers, and indeed perhaps some of the OGs, hi. I'm going to talk to you as though you've no idea what anything is, alright? Which means I should probably start with these crazy bitches. I do podcasts with these folks, and I make cartoons of them. That's what that is. At this point, there are too many of us to get through. Far too many. And since this is YouTube, I'll tell you about the ones who are very, very good at making videos. They also happen to be the original lineup. I'm including Sage in original lineup, because few of us can recall a time when Sage wasn't on board. Check out his channel, VictorZen. He's something of a pioneer in the field of the back-and-forth feminist roast. There is a certain art to pulling it off without coming across to the average person as nothing but a chest-beating simian. He's also a pioneer in building non-feminist spaces for students, far more importantly. So if you're thinking of introducing your university to this dirty little equality in practice thing, and you're looking for inspiration, there are worse places you can go than VictorZen. I might venture to say there are none better. All hail the Ginger Master Race. Soon. Hannah is very good at making videos, Hannah Wallen. She just doesn't do it very often. She should make more videos, rah. She spends most of her time helping people with their projects. And in any case, she doesn't need to make videos because she has this way of painting tableaus with words. She has this extraordinary ability to remember stories from her life, from her interesting life filled with stories, little anecdotal lessons that sort of apply to the question at hand. She just does it like that. So does Karen, actually. I probably should have started with Karen. Right? Because a lot of people do. Probably most of us. If you don't know who Karen Straughan is, I dare you to watch one video and not want to watch another. Drawn by a certain sense of, well, my, that sounds remarkably interesting and remarkably true. From there on, you will probably experience the marathon. We call it the Karen train sometimes. Notice how different people are in podcasts and in videos. I'm many times more zany and wordy in my videos than I am in podcasts. And Karen's many times more paced and sensible in her videos than she is in the podcasts. That's because Karen's very good at being straightforward. And I'm very good at being sneaky. And if you want someone who's mastered the fine art of straightforward sneakiness, here you go. Now, I find it rather difficult not to ascend into loquacious, abstract hyperbole whenever I'm talking about or to Alison Tieman, so I will refrain except to tell you. People sometimes ask this, when did you wake up question. Some call it their red pill moment. And that probably means something different for each person, but for me there was a moment where I went from, this sounds remarkably true and interesting, why don't people understand this? And crossed over to, oh, that's why. Okay, we've got work to do. And for me, that moment was on this young lady's channel. But I ain't telling you where. You'll have to explore it. And since these folks are on a team, and they're all very good at making videos, I thought I'd put together a playlist of some of their best and more timeless work. A sort of video super album. 50-odd tracks. Some of them were quite long towards the end. I think it's 11 hours long, actually, but, you know, it's the best of the honey badgers, so it's pretty fucking cool. I might appear on it every now and again with my face and my doodlings, and shut up. Yeah, check it out. Honey Badger TV, I'm going to call it. It's a good little introduction for newcomers, I think. Plus it's sort of sentimental archive of how we got here. It's a good 2 years in the making, I think. Right, next. The Rationalists. Different group now. I'm going to start with groups. There's only 2 groups, really, to speak of. They're grouped too, so I might as well group. When a group forms out of 6 channels, all of which you're already subscribed to, you can't help but go, yay! I might do a playlist of their best of one day, just because I like making mixtapes. Because I'm romantic like that. Sargon of Akkad. You will never meet a nicer guy who gives fewer fucks. Sargon of Akkad. You'll meet nicer guys, and you'll meet guys who give fewer fucks, but you will never find an accumulated total closer to 0 than Sargon of Akkad. He can shout his ass off at smiley people, but in the next breath he can do a second angry Aussie response and not raise his voice at all. People often ask me, how do you put up with all the stupid and keep your cool? Yeah, I don't. I explode once a week or something. This guy is a full-time moron whisperer, and I don't know how he does it. Goodfellas, another one that's been doing it for ages. And you will never meet a more down-to-earth guy who literally has his head in the clouds in his videos. He's a very good bullshit barometer. He doesn't just have a good bullshit barometer, he is a good bullshit barometer. Sometimes I struggle to find the right word for something, because I'm trying to make it all flowery and scented. And then good fella catches it in the wind and goes, cunt! Fucking cunt! And I go, yep, see? That's why we have Scotsmen. That is why. Justicar. Fiendishly clever chap, that one. Fiendishly. And doesn't hide it either. He's very much a sort of mercenary logician. There is no one he won't fuck with. No one he won't challenge. No atheist, no MRI, no gamergator can sit back and say their shit thinking, Justicar will back me up. Nope. No, sir. If you have a bug in your argument, Justicar will reach into you and pull that fucker out, along with whatever else is attached to it. And he will do it in one take. It's fucking scary sometimes. Shoe on head. People will tell you that shoe on head is hot and funny. Abnormally funny, in fact. Especially for one so abnormally hot. But that pales utterly into insignificance. This bitch can edit. She can edit like a motherfucker. You think there isn't an art to doing the fast-paced choppy thing without it becoming the extremely annoying kind of fast-paced choppy thing? Yeah, she's doing that. On purpose. That's why she appears funny and hot, because she's got the skills. You didn't notice it. But your brain did. ThatGuyT hasn't done a video for a while. I think he's busy with IRL or something. He's got some handy mirror switch skills, that dude. Has an excellent way of flipping the script in a simple but counterintuitive way. Again, he's got that stretchy balance of down-to-earth blue sky thinking. Sort of thing. And Rizzle Dizzle, formerly Snake Plisskenist. This guy could play the villain in any movie. Any movie at all. There's something about his face and the expression on his face and just his delicious bastardness in general. He's so good at seeing the bullshit that to him it's not even worth it. If you see what I mean. Where Justicar has that ability to reach into you and pull out the illogical bug. Rizzle can reach into you, find the illogical bug, push it aside, and then rip one of your kidneys out and go, now why did I just do that? Right, so miscellaneous people who aren't in groups. Thunderfoot. Massive props to Thunderfoot, not just for the science stuff and the anti-creationist stuff, but because of it in the foaming mess that was Atheism Plus. Thunderfoot seemed to be the one prominent figure who really saw through it, gave no fucks and said so. This guy is a fucking rock. And he looks like he's made of rocks. He does. Bane666AU. You'll have noticed that's a non-name, and he has no face and no voice. That's because this dude is liquid-based. He is pure information. And shitloads of it. There's two playlists you need in your life. Thunderfoot's Why Do People Laugh at Creationists and Bane's Propaganda of Toxic Feminism. They're both very long, But if you want a very clear, very thorough, and very accessible, picturesque understanding of how the Sky Daddy religion and the Earth Mummy religion are fucking your planet up, maybe give it a marathon one day, in between your marathons of cable sitcoms, perhaps. Man-woman-myth. Not really doing videos anymore, but deserves a mention for being OG, relatively OG. And did awesome videos while he was still doing them. Mykeru, for being OG and still going. Doesn't do videos very often, but when he does, they are very, very good indeed. Nephanor. Mr. Nephanor of Fral. The Hammerstein to my Rogers. He wrote the lyrics for The Hero of Gaming, and most of the lyrics for The Day 4chan died. So yeah, his natterings are worth checking out. RamZPaul. It's a good one if you like short rants. And he's actually got a human head, as opposed to just an alien one, which is handy. Josh O'Brien, he's got a head. A remarkably clear head for a teenager. I don't know what they're feeding him, but it's working. He hasn't done a video for a while either. And J Cream's been AWOL for a while too, actually. These youngsters have a habit of doing loads of stuff in the summer, and then they disappear in the autumn. No idea where they're going. Probably out raping. You know. Boys will be... Who's next? BassFZz. Listen, mate. I'm bloody good at pronouncing things, and even I can't figure out what's going on with BassFZz. So I'm going with BassFZz. And that is now your name, alright? He's another video roaster. Does quite long videos and quite frequently. Hard-working mofo, that guy. Terrence Popp is a thoroughly yet concisely working mofo. I gotta read. Also a maestro with the edit button. That one. Sparky Fister. He's got a head and a captivatingly slurry voice. I find I'm always skating just on the inside rim of understanding what he's saying, but I always get there. That's what's so captivating about it. Myth of Feminism. I really like that guy's voice too. Not quite sure why. When a voice is slightly nasal, it's annoying, but that guy's voice is so nasal, it's actually strangely soothing. And thanks to Sandra Guy, Venerable Bede, Zorro Baggins, Berserk Chip, Firestarter, and of course J Cream for their requests. Yep, that's all you have to do to get a mention. Ask me to do something. Well, that'll get your target video into the response queue, and I can't guarantee I'll actually do the response. Someone else might get to it first and nail it. You know, usually Sargon, but you might get lucky. Who knows? I think that'll do. Oh yeah, Dark Cheese, Dark Cheese TV. That's my cartoon channel. In case you wondered if I can do something other than honey badgers and cover songs. There's like 4 hours of cartoons over there and some original songage. So I'm finally going to put some of these recommendations up on my channel too. Actually get a community flowing through here. So I've spent this whole time pretty much thinking I'm a nobody. Everyone knows who everyone else is. But yeah, there's over 7,000 of you now. And it's just possible that some of you are completely new to this. Well, there is a brave new world out there, folks. A world with no gatekeepers. A world where there is no middleman at all. Never mind a colossal committee of middlewomen. If you think the internet is a misogynistic place, it's because you don't know misanthropy when you see it. And perhaps that's because you don't know the full ingredients of misanthropy. Well, we are here to help. We'll show you how to mix. We'll show you how to cook. We'll show you how to baste. It's a good thing. Oh, goodbye and fuck right.